Hey everybody, welcome back, whatever the case may be. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back. If it's your first time, thank you for stopping in, and we hope that you enjoy what you see and what we're cooking. So everybody that's been here before, you already know what to do. Go over there, get you something comfy on, get you something to drink, whatever the case may be. Sit back and relax, and let's get to cooking. I should have pulled it like right after that because it was almost perfection. It was a little crisp there. I should have left it just about another minute and pulled it. But I got to talking to Charlie and...
Oh yeah, put the blame on me.
I am, because if I hadn't got to talking to you, I would have lost track of my thoughts and I would have had a perfect asparagus. Still good though. Don't you think the flavor good?
Yeah.
What do you mean, yeah?
Yeah, it's good.
Hey, so for dinner tonight, we are having a spinach and artichoke chicken, and we're baking it in the oven. All right, y'all know what to do now. We're just gonna get started with the ingredients, a little bit of everything we're gonna be using tonight. So I'm gonna go through that with you. And you know, with spinach and artichoke chicken, you gotta have spinach, right? So we're going with baby spinach. And I love artichokes, y'all, just so you know. I can eat them straight out of the jar because I love them. So we're using the jarred artichokes. Doesn't matter if you use canned or jarred or whatever you want to do. Anywho, we're going to be using some cheese. You already know I love cheese. We're going to top this on the top. It's the mozzarella cheese. But the most important is a Parmesan cheese. That's what goes in the spinach and artichoke dip, is Parmesan. So we'll be making that mixture up here shortly. And you can't have chicken without chicken, right? So we're doing chicken. Y'all notice, look at this. This is before I mutilate it. So don't be coming at me. Anybody that doesn't know me, don't come at me. Those of you that do know me, I'm very picky about my chicken. And all that junk is coming out of there. I'm not having any of those tendons or that skin or none of that stuff. It's got to go. And we're going to have some Philadelphia cream cheese, of course. I'm going to go in with some butter. We're going to use some heavy cream because I think I'm going to make a little bit of a roux or a gravy to go on top of it. Not sure yet. We'll see how that goes because y'all already know how I cook. I have a slight plan in my head, but not the complete thing. So we're just going to cook as we go, see what we wind up with, all right? I'm thinking in that gravy I may use some portobello mushrooms. So keep that in mind. And then the spices we're using tonight is going to be Dano's. Now this is a new one that I heard is really good by Dano's. It is, I can't read. It's called the Cheesening. And it had different, I can't read. Let me get my glasses, y'all. Hang on, 1 minute. Okay, I'm back. Let's get these eyeballs on. All right, it says, yum, yum, get you some. And it's a Parmesan blend that's great on more than just pizza, pasta, and popcorn. Okay. But anyway, it's got different seasonings in it. And it's really good. I actually tasted it. And to me, I don't know. I'm not sure what that flavor is. But it's got the Parmesan in it. It's got some salt and pepper. I can taste a little bit of garlic. And then I'm not sure what the other flavor is, but I'll have to read on the ingredients and see what it is that I might be tasting. I keep wanting to say celery, but I don't know that that's it. But anyway, it's good. We're gonna put it on in our chicken dish and see just how good it is. I'll let you know later. Trust me. If I don't like it, you'll know. And I might like it and Charlie might not, or vice versa. But you'll know what we think about it, right? Okay. Whew. Kimberly, get it together, right? All right, let's go. Oh, I forgot to tell you something. I got so carried away with the Dano's, I forgot to mention red pepper flakes, crushed red pepper flakes. Yeah, they're going in because you already know we like a little heat up in this kitchen. Just a little before I mutilate the chicken, or as I say, clean it up. I'll show you my after. Stick around, don't run away. I'll be back. All right, just to give you a little idea of how I take care of my chicken, I don't like all this. You see that? That's gotta go. So like I said, don't come at me because I do throw away probably more chicken than a lot of you would. Well, as a matter of fact, I know I do. But that's the way I like it. So you see this tendon? That's gotta go. So I'm cutting, and yes, I'm using a fillet knife. It's one of Charlie's fillet knives. So that tendon's gotta go. Yes, I'm throwing away a lot of chicken, but guess what? That's the way I like it. So I'm just gonna get rid of that. And see that right there? You see? I don't like it. So it's going bye-bye. And if you like it, keep it in, but I'm not going to. All that's going out of here. There. So I think that's pretty cleaned up. There's a little bitty spot, but okay. So then because these are thicker, I don't always do this, but because these are thicker, I'm cutting them just like that, just butterflying them a little bit. And that way it'll cook faster in my pan. There we go. It's not wanting to lay the way I want it to, but anywho, there it is, y'all. That's what I do with my chicken. Okay, so this is just something I do. Maybe it's just me, I don't know, but I like to do it. So here's what we do, or here's what I did. I went ahead and sprayed my baking dish, and I've got the avocado spray oil that I use. And I put the Danos on the bottom. Can you see that? So I like to have a little bit of layer on the bottom. So when the chicken goes in, you've got a little bit of layer of seasoning. And then of course we'll put more on the top. So anyway, just wanted to stop by and drop in and let y'all see that. And this is an after of my chicken. You can see all that gunk is gone. And I've taken the breast and I've just split it because these breasts were kind of thick. So I just split it right down the center to thin them out a little bit. And then I'm just gonna put them back here in my dish. Just like so, and I'm gonna keep doing it until I get it lined up, and then I'll bring you back. So my chicken is already in my dish, and I'm not sure what size this dish is, a 9 by 12, 9 by 13, something like that. I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm just gonna take a little more of my avocado spray, and I'm gonna spray just a little bit on the chicken, just like that, not much. Then I'm gonna come in with my Danos, because remember, I like spices and seasonings. So we're gonna take a little bit of Danos right here. Just like that. Not a lot. And I did forget to show y'all salt and pepper. We gotta have salt and pepper. So we're just gonna go in with our salt and pepper. Shake, shake, do the twist. Bum, 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 bum. I don't think y'all got me twisted, but that's good, probably. Anyway, that's plenty of salt and pepper. Oops, and I just made a little bit of a mess over there, but that's okay. All right, we're just gonna sit here and we're gonna leave this here for now. I'm gonna go right back over there where we were, and we're gonna make the spinach and artichoke cheese topping to go on this. And then it'll all bake together. It should be good. It will be good.
Babe, what are you doing? You're supposed to be cooking.
I'm having my Alani. You know I gotta have my Alani.
Well, I gotta have food.
This is a new flavor. It's strawberry sunrise. It's new. And it's so good, y'all. Gotta have that energy.
All right, baby. What you got going now?
Well, I'm going to empty out my baby spinach, and I'm gonna do a rough chop on here so that we can add it to our cream cheese. Now, come on out of there. There we go. So, okay, so I'm just gonna rough chop it. I know this looks like a lot of spinach, but spinach wilts, y'all know that. And I love spinach. So, can you see that? Are you up close where you can? Okay, just like a rough chop like that. And I think that that's going to be just fine. So I'm going to be taking this and transferring it over to my bowl, my Pampered Chef measuring bowl. We're going to transfer this over to there, and that way we'll have the mixture all together. in there, I think. Anyway, yeah, just follow me. So this is, I'm sorry, y'all. This is not the way we normally do it. So this is something new tonight. And I'm getting tickled because he's literally watching me. Anywho, cream cheese softened. It's been sitting. Okay, get it together. We might have to do a bloopers version or something. So cream cheese is going in, already softened at room temperature. And you already know I gotta have a taste for good measure. Make sure it's good. That's good. So we're gonna go in with the spinach. And it's not gonna matter that it's not all chopped up, y'all, because it's just gonna cook down in the oven. There's a few pieces I just didn't chop at all, so I'm just doing that. Anyway, that's all going in. All right, so now I'm just going to go in with these artichoke hearts right here. And I'm going to go over here and drain the juice real quick. All right, here we go again. I got to have a bite of an artichoke. That's the best part of the artichoke. It's so tender. That heart, I love it. Anyway, if I can get through this without eating all of them, I'm gonna do a rough chop on the artichokes as well. That's the best part. This part right here gets a little tough. So, I mean, it's just that outer part. So sometimes I'll take that top layer and just throw it away, just ditch it. You don't have to. It's just, to me, that's a tough, chewy part. But anyway, I'm not gonna do them up real fine because there's no point in it. And like I said, I did not go to culinary school. I think I said, what did I say?
Coronary.
Coronary? Coronary? I said coronary. I said coronary on the last video. And somebody called me out on it. Thanks, Mickey. But culinary school, I did not go. So you can see my rough chops. If I were to be on Chopped, I'd get called out on not having perfect cuts. But we're not on Chopped. We're in Kimberly's kitchen, right? And Charlie, you're not going to fuss at me, are you?
No. When do I ever fuss at you?
Oh, you do. That's just going in to our Pampered Chef dish. All right, so we have the cream cheese in there, and we need this Parmesan cheese. Y'all, I told you I do this as I go, so there's no telling what I'm gonna do or say, what I'm gonna forget or not forget, or what I'm gonna put in there that I didn't even intend on putting in there. So I know, right? I have my new girl, my little shredder that I love so much. Well, guess what? I forgot to buy the full Parmesan cheese. I already had this in the fridge, so I know it's pre-grated, but it's going in. And it's gonna be just fine. All right, so we got about roughly, I did about a handful. Y'all know I don't really do measurements, so there was about a handful of Parmesan cheese. I may add more and I may not. I'll let you know that later. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna go in here and mix all this up really good with the cream cheese. And I'm using my hands. Yes, I am. It's just Charlie. I think he'll be fine with it. The only thing that I didn't do, that I should have done, I didn't take my rings off. Man, oh man. I know I'm not right. Can y'all hear that? Takes a little bit of elbow grease. But you just want to get it all mixed up real good so that it's going to be a spreadable consistency, because we're just going to spread this right over the top of our chicken. Now, some people take it and stuff it in the chicken. So where I did the cuts and cut my breast, open. I could just stick it in there and then pin them together with toothpicks, but I'm just gonna spread it over top, and then I'm gonna add some mozzarella cheese on top of that. But I do want to go in with a little bit of red pepper flakes, and I only have one hand to work with, so you have to compromise sometimes. Woo! I almost did it, Charlie.
You almost did my trick.
I almost did it. So just a few, that's not much, see? So if you don't like red pepper, if you don't like heat, you can for sure leave this part out. I mean, you can leave any of it out, it just won't be the same. Maybe better, who knows? I think this is gonna be so good. Y'all, I'm excited about this. All right, so if you're brand new here, if you like quick and simple and easy recipes, you're at the right place. If you like something drawn out, long, and pretty, and dramatic, and what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. What am I looking for? What word am I looking for? Professional, because I'm not professional. So if you're looking for something like that, you might not be in the right place. But if you're looking for something good and quick and easy, y'all just stick around for a little bit more. Okay, I'm gonna have to. Oh my God, Kimberly. I'm gonna go wash my hands, and then we're going to go over here behind me where the chicken is, and we're gonna go ahead and top this on top of the chicken, okay? Top it. We're gonna coat the top of the chicken with this. We're gonna spread it on top of the chicken. That's what we're gonna do. All right, let's go. All right, y'all, I did it again. I forgot something. I wanted to put Dano's in the mix. So guess what? It's already mixed with my fingers. So now we're just gonna go in with some of this Dano's, just a little bit, because we've got some on the chicken on the bottom of the dish. So I got a little bit in there, and I'm just gonna mix it in with a spoon, because I've already washed my hands and I don't want to have to do it again. Not yet. That time will come. But that was, I'm gonna do just a little bit more, because that was less than a teaspoon. So I'm gonna go in with just a little bit more. So probably about 2 teaspoons worth, or a good heaping teaspoon. But again, you can measure with your heart. You know how much spices and how much seasoning you like. All right, time to move on. That looks good. Oh, let's see if you think it's good?
It looks good.
Look, y'all. That's gonna go, that's gonna be good. It's gonna melt down. Yeah, that's gonna be really good. But I am gonna do this.
More cheese.
More cheese. Just because I love cheese. Just because I love cheese.
So how much of that then? You've almost used the whole bag?
Yeah, what is this? This is, I can't read it. It's 6 ounces. I probably used 3 to 4, 3.5 ounces, I'd say. Not quite half of it, so yeah. All right, let's go over here and put it on top of our chicken. So I'm just gonna dollop it on here like this. And then we're gonna work it all the way across. I may even just do it with, I don't know, we'll see. That's gonna be so good, y'all. I cannot wait. I saw a couple of different recipes, and so I just kept thinking, oh, well, I could add this and I can add this. I was actually gonna add the mushrooms in with this, and I thought, no, that's just too much. So I may make the roux, and I may not make the roux. I'm not sure yet. But we're just gonna spread this across the chicken. We wanna make sure that it melts on the entire chicken, and that every bite of chicken has this mixture. It's gonna be so good. This is such an easy recipe. The longest part about this recipe, y'all, I love me some chicken, and I love the protein that chicken offers, and that's what I'm eating. So, but I hate the prep of chicken, and it's not because of the chicken, it's because of me, because I'm so picky. So that's the only reason I don't like fixing chicken. But anywho, I know, I'm just rambling now. All right, that looks good. I'm not gonna take a bite of that one because it's been on the chicken. Just in case you're wondering. All All right, so I had to bring my girl out. I just couldn't do it without her. So I'm gonna shred up my mozzarella. And then we've already put our spinach mixture on here. Now, you guys, if you don't like chicken like we do, you don't have to do as much as we do. But I'm gonna top this off with the mozzarella. And it's just gonna be sprinkled all on top of this.
Now, who doesn't like cheese?
I don't know, man. You know, I love me some cheese. I can't do without my cheese. I'm a cheesehead or a cheeseaholic. What do you think? Y'all let me know in comments. Am I a cheesehead or a cheeseaholic or just crazy? Oh, no, don't tell me I'm crazy. So I'm going to do a soft cover. And to me, that's what it means. I'm going to lay the aluminum foil over top of it. And I'm going to tuck it at each end where the handle is on the dish. But that's all I'm going to tuck. I'm not going to tuck the rest. So to me, it's called a soft tuck. I don't know if anybody else calls it anything different or not, but that's what it is to me. And we're just going to put it in the oven. The oven is already set at 400 degrees, and we're going to put it in there for 40 minutes. Okay? And while we're letting that cook, I think I'm going to put on a little bit of asparagus because we like asparagus. And instead of putting it in the oven with the dish this time, I'm going to actually do it on the stovetop. So y'all can come go with me, or I'll just bring it out later. All right, so I'm just going to add a little bit of asparagus. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of bacon grease that I have left over from where I cooked the bacon the other morning. So instead of using the healthy solution of avocado oil, I'm going to use bacon grease. And so it'll just melt down in my pan just like that. Getting all melty. And so now I'm going to go ahead and this one, I got this is my Aldi's asparagus, so it comes from Aldi's, but it doesn't have the rubber bands on it, and I really like the rubber bands because when you pop it, it doesn't go all over the place. So I'm just going to, you know, compromise and hold it with my hands and do a little extra work, but it's okay. A little extra work never hurt nobody. Anywho. All right, so with asparagus, you just take that bottom part off of the stem. So we're gonna go about right there. All right, so that's that. And I'm just gonna get this in my pan. My pan's a little small for this. I probably could have done half of this since Charlie's not working tonight and I don't have to send any to work with him. I should have done that. I don't think I know how to cook for just the two of us without cooking lunch. I'll get it out in a minute. All right, so we're gonna put that in there. I'm going to put this in the trash. And I'm just gonna shake it a little bit, get that bacon grease on there. And I guess, you know what? I guess I'm gonna have to do this too because I need to make sure it's coated well. So a little bit of avocado oil, not a lot. And salt and pepper. I don't do a lot to my asparagus, but a little salt and pepper goes a long way with asparagus. Now, you can add Parmesan cheese if you like that and bake it in the oven, and I might do that one night for you. Just have to wait and see. So let me take this opportunity. If you haven't already, I hope you're thinking about it because I hope you like what you're seeing. But anywho, if you like me so far or like this video so far, comments, that's what they're for. Go ahead and give us a like, give us a thumbs up, and let me know in comments what you're thinking. Do you like asparagus? Do you like chicken? Do you like spinach? I don't know. But anyway, let us know what you're thinking in the comments. Go ahead and give us a like, thumbs up and a like for the video because that helps us a lot. Y'all don't even know. And go ahead and sign up. Be a subscriber. It's totally free. Subscribe. If you don't like us later, you can unsubscribe, but I guarantee you're going to like us. Or at least I hope you do. Anyway, just thought I'd pop that in there.
Here's the sizzle.
Yes. So I'm going to just stir up that salt and pepper a little bit because I put it all on the top. But yeah, doesn't that sound good? Mm-hmm. And then when you start to see the asparagus like this one here, that one right there was on the bottom. So see how much darker it is than the rest? That's when you know it's getting done. Now we like ours a little more tender. Some people like it a little more crisp. But when it starts getting that dark color, that's when you're getting to where you want to be. All right, we're gonna just let that sizzle for a few minutes. So while the cameraman is away, Kimberly will play. Gotta take a bite. Ooh, that tastes really good. It's getting there, y'all. It's not gonna be long now.
All right, baby, is our asparagus about done there?
It is. It's got the little brown char
It does.
that I like. And I think I cooked it a little bit longer than I intended on cooking it because I got sidetracked, but it's still good.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good. So I'm pulling it off now.
All right, babe, what's our next step here?
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the roux. I said that I didn't know if I would or I wouldn't, but I am gonna do it. So we're gonna use a little bit of avocado oil. That's probably about a tablespoon's worth. And then I should have already had this cut. Give me just 1 second, I'll be back. So I'm just gonna take my butter and I'm gonna go in with about four chunks of butter. Just like that. And I got my cutting board out ready, y'all, to chop these. And then I completely forgot because I got sidetracked doing something else. That's just how my mind works. So we're not going to use a cutting board. We're just going to do it like this. So I'm just going to chop and see. Like I said, my cooking is not perfect. It's not pretty. It's not professional. But it's good. So
It definitely is good.
so we're just going to cut these up and throw them in here. If you don't like mushrooms, you don't have to use mushrooms. You don't even have to do a roux. I just thought it would be good to go over top of it. So yeah, we're just going to saute these down. This is the second time I think that I've cooked without onions. Normally I cook almost everything with onions, and this is like the second time in a row. The first time I forgot. This time I just intended on leaving them out.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me. Something ain't right. Alright. How many mushrooms do you want, Charles Michael?
A few.
I know you love mushrooms.
I love mushrooms.
You know, I think maybe I could do that for you sometime.
What's that?
Make you some whatchamadoodle? What do you call them? Battered mushrooms.
It's a stuffed mushroom.
Stuffed mushrooms, we could do that. Oh, we have done that. Just not on camera. But remember, I've done the stuffed mushrooms with the spinach and cream cheese and what else? Jalapenos. Oh, and hot sauce. They had hot sauce. Oh, those were good. Yeah, we'll definitely have to do those. But I think this is about enough.
Looking good though, baby.
Don't they look good? Let me shake them up a little bit. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your mushroom. Yeah, yeah. All right. I know. Okay, so those are looking really good. What do you think?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so I'm going to go in with just a little bit of hot, because you know I like it hot up in here.
Like a little heat.
Just a
in this
little,
kitchen.
not much. That's right. We like a little bit of heat in this kitchen. I'm not going to do the Danos again because we've already got that in the chicken mixture. And I don't want it to be overwhelming and too much, but I am going to add some salt and pepper to the mushrooms. Do the twist, twist. Maybe every time y'all use your salt and pepper grinders, you'll think of me and go, do the twist. Just kidding. All right. Those are looking really good. So I think it's about time. Doesn't take mushrooms long, especially when you slice them thin like I did, to get them nice and sauteed. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go in with a little bit of flour. And this is self-rising, but you can use all-purpose flour. And it's not gonna take much because we're not gonna make a big, thick gravy. So I'm gonna go in with a pinch to start with. Of course, it's gonna take more than that. All right, that's probably 2 good pinches. All right, so we're gonna move right along and stir this up. Now you wanna always make sure that you cook the flour taste out of the flour, okay? And you might wanna not wash your hands, because if you want it to taste like mine, you gotta have dirty hands. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna wash my hands. You can look at that. Okay, so I think this is about right. We've cooked that flour down. And like I said, we didn't use a lot of flour, simply, sorry, I'm reaching over. Simply because we don't want a really thick roux. And I wanted to use some chicken broth. I don't have any chicken broth on hand. So I'm gonna do just a wee bit of vegetable broth, just to give it that little bit of, like, wetness, juice, whatever you want to call it.
So that was what, called a third of a cup, maybe?
Not even. I'd say that was maybe a couple tablespoons. Not much. And now I'm going to go in with my whipping cream.
Those mushrooms are looking good.
They are looking good, aren't they? All right, so we're hoping, I'm gonna go ahead and cut my oven up a little bit. So it's about a little more than medium high, or a little less actually. All right, so you can see how that's starting to thicken. Can y'all see that? Okay, so now we're gonna go in with our heavy whipping cream. All right, that should be enough. Ooh, I'm making a mess over here. So we're just gonna let that cook down and thicken, and since I turned it up, then it should just get to a nice boil, and then shouldn't be long after that it's ready. But that's looking good. What do you think? I'm excited. So I checked on the chicken just a minute ago, and it's looking really good. It's bubbly and boiling, and it's looking really cheesy. So I'm going to let it cook for the full 40 minutes. Then I'll check it, and I probably, well, no, there's no probably. I will be putting it under the broiler for about 2 to 3 minutes until the top is golden brown, because you know I like mine golden brown. So that's what we're going to do. So anywho, we'll be back shortly. Okay, so as you can hear, our 40 minutes is up. So let's see if I can just turn that off. There we go. Oh, it's late. And this is what we have thus far. Let me go ahead and pull this off. Oh, it looks nice and cheesy. So I'm gonna pull this out, y'all, and I'm gonna check to see if it's cooked all the way through, and then I'm gonna put it back in there and let it brown on top. So let's get this out and see what's going on there. So this was on the top of my foil. I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but it's like the cheese, and I love cheese, and I love crunchy cheese. So guess what? Look at that. You know what's fixing to go down right here, don't you? Yep, it's going down right now. That's some good stuff. I love cheese. Have I ever said that before? Just in case I haven't, I love cheese. Okay, y'all, that's what we've got so far. I'm fixing to test it and make sure that chicken's done. It should be done. Cooking for 40 minutes ought to do the trick. Oh yeah, that is tender. Yeah, that's nice and tender. It's just breaking apart. So I'm gonna put it back in the oven on broil for about 3 minutes, or until it's nice and toasty brown on top. Okay, it's in the oven on high broil for 3 minutes. So I'll check it in between the 3 minutes, but I think the 3 minutes will do good, but I'll check it to make sure. I just want a nice golden brown on top. And you guys, it just depends on how brown and golden you like yours. So you be the judge of yours. Hey y'all, timer just went off and we're gonna look and see what we got. Ooh! Ooh, I'm doing a happy dance. Y'all, 3 minutes was just right. Wait till you see this. Oh my gosh. Can y'all smell it? I can. Can you hear it? Can you see it? Perfect. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. 3 minutes, high broil. And I am super duper pleased. Now let's see if it tastes good. Okay, so everything looks really good, y'all. Let me just kind of break it apart. I haven't let it sit, so it's probably going to be a little runny. Trying to find the division. Yeah, it's a little runny. It's not going to be soupy once you let it sit. We're just really hungry.
Yeah, I've been like waiting all day for this.
All right.
Rose looking good.
And I just have it on low just to keep it warm. All right, babe. Are you ready for me to plate you up?
I am. Been ready for hours.
Do y'all believe that? It ain't been cooking for hours. All right, so let's get you a nice big helping of. Okay, y'all, I'm just gonna be honest, straight up. This is an honest platform. And when I mess up, and I'll tell you I messed up. So the asparagus, it still tastes good because I already tested it. But I cooked it longer than I meant to. I got carried away, I got sidetracked, you know, this brain went somewhere. So it's floppy, really floppy, but it's still good. So see how floppy? Technically I would not want my asparagus that floppy. But anywho, it is what it is, right?
It's still gonna be good.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right, so Charlie, I'm going to give you, whoa.
Ooh, it's breaking apart.
Yeah, it is. And that's a great big piece. I'm so uncoordinated. Are y'all uncoordinated? Let me know in comments. Is there anybody else out there as uncoordinated as me? Probably not, because I'm like the most uncoordinated person there is walking, I do believe. But anywho.
All right, are you gonna get this chicken out of that thing?
I am getting it out just for you. Look at this. Does that not look amazing? And look. So like I said, if you want a professional, perfection, beautiful cooking, you're not gonna get it here. Sorry about your luck. I forgot. All right, y'all ready for the roux? So this is still simmering on low, but look how good that looks, y'all. And I think it's just about the right consistency. It's not too thick and not too thin. So, and it might not even need it, but here we go. Y'all ready? Watch this.
Oh my.
Those delicious mushrooms. Does that look delicious? All right, Charlie, this is yours.
All right.
Spoiler alert. Alert. Spoiler alert. Charlie's already here, so I don't have to do this.
Well, you know, all that filming kind of wore me out, so and made me extremely hungry. So
That's all you did was follow me around the kitchen. Really?
yeah, what was you talking about with your energy drink a while ago? Or you need energy?
Let's talk about
All right,
it.
this
So good.
this right here is my energy. Okay, I've been waiting.
You've been waiting?
I've been waiting.
Okay, I've been waiting too. Take a bite. Hurry. Is it good? Does it smell good?
Does smell good.
Share.
All right. What do you mean share? I done showed.
They want to see.
I done showed them my whole plate.
Your bite. Share your bite.
I'm not sharing my bite. This is my bite.
You're stingy. You know, it cuts with a fork.
Mm-hmm.
Like legit.
Okay. The bite that I just had didn't have the roux on it, and it's absolutely delicious. Now I'm going to try it with the roux, okay?
Here's my bite. Since he won't share his, that's mine. Didn't that look good? And it just cut with a fork, like butter.
You know what? If they cook it, they can have their own bite. That's what I look at.
You are so mean. Don't let him talk to y'all like that. It's hot.
Okay.
It's good.
It's actually better with the roux.
How can it be better?
What do you mean? It's just, the roux is really good. The chicken is already good by itself. So you don't have to have the roux, but the mushrooms, it just adds a little something to it.
You know what we could do? If you don't want to make the gravy, the roux, but you like mushrooms, you could put the mushrooms in with the spinach and put all that mixture on top.
You could, but I really like the roux.
That roux is good though, because I tasted it. But in the chicken, just like melts in your mouth, good. The flavors in the chicken. So I highly recommend Dano's. That seasoning it's very good.
It is good.
And look at this, y'all. Can you see my mushrooms? Oh, yeah. Oh, chicken. That's some kind of good. I think I did good.
You done really good. So I was concerned, honestly, I was concerned that on top of all the flavors that she already had in the chicken, I was afraid that the roux would just take it too far. But it does not. Man, it just
I think it's a nice balance.
It is a nice balance.
Now, to the asparagus. It's a limp biscuit. It's good. It's good, but I just really don't cook yours as long as I cook mine, unless you like it mushy, because it's more mushy than it is. When I took that first bite for you guys, while Charlie was away, I should have pulled it like right after that, because it was almost perfection. It was a little crisp there. I should have left it just about another minute and pulled it. But I got to talking to Charlie and...
Oh yeah, put the blame on me.
I am, because if I hadn't got to talking to you, I would have lost track of my thoughts and I would have had a perfect asparagus. Still good though. Don't you think the flavor good?
Yeah.
What do you mean, yeah?
Yeah, it's good.
You don't like it?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
All right, you see the mushroom? I'm sharing my bite, babe.
I'm so proud of you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so proud of you. This is good, y'all. Let me know in comments if you try it. And if you leave anything out or you add something different, let me know that too, because y'all might, I say might, it'll probably make it better than mine. But it's really stinking good. So if you make it, let me know in comments. Come back and let us know that you made it. Or if you're even thinking about making it, you can go ahead and put that in comments now. And yeah.
That roux.
Is it that good?
Yeah, I'm thinking some biscuits and just pour the roux over top of it. Make like it's almost like a gravy anyway. Man, that would be delish too.
I got a new idea coming up.
You do? What's that?
It's for breakfast.
Is
I'm
it-
not telling what it is just yet. Y'all have to go ahead and subscribe. Yeah, hit that button, like, subscribe, come back and find out. It's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good. All right, let's let them go. They've been here long enough, don't you think?
I agree. I'm ready. I just want to eat.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us in the kitchen again. Thanks for taking your time and spending it with us. We truly appreciate it. We hope that you guys have enjoyed being here with us. We hope that we throw a little fun in there as well as a little knowledge. This is us. I mean, it really is. This is us all the time. So if you were to live with us, you'd probably go stir crazy. But anywho.
No comment there, okay?
Seriously, we do appreciate you guys hanging out with us and spending your time with us, because you don't have to do that. There's so many other ways you could be spending your time. So if you're here with us, we sure do appreciate it, and we love you for it. So having said that, we got lots of other adventures coming up, food reviews. We got another part to one that we did coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are not gonna want to miss that, because it's gonna be. I'm not gonna give it away, but we already did one, but we're doing another one, only better and more added to it. Right? Kind of the same place, but not exactly the same place. Anyway, I can't tell you. I know, I can't tell you.
You don't want to miss it, though.
You don't want to miss it, for real. Okay, so anyway, this time for real, we're gonna let you go. So no matter what, always remember, good or bad, look in the mirror or not, keep your head up, smiles on.
Gotta do it right.
That would have been a good photo. See, I could have went like that. Wait a minute. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
It ain't working. We'll have to do it in a minute. Anyway, y'all forget that. We were trying to take a picture and it didn't work. Okay, it's your turn. I did my part.
Well, now I'm all out of whack. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be saying. Oh, yeah. Make sure you come go adventure with us.
Come go eat with us. Come on along. Goober. You always do that part wrong.